Welcome back to the Brazilian Expat. I hope you're all doing fantastic as usual. In this episode here, I kind of just want to talk a little bit about what's going on with me here at my bed and breakfast, my business here in the northeast of Brazil. Because in the previous video, as I explained, I've been absent for quite a while, and it was kind of funny reading all of your comments, as a lot of you were welcoming me back, after 5-6 months of not uploading any content at all. And I figured I owe it to you, especially to my followers who have, been following me patiently, waiting for some content. And just that I owe an explanation as to why, I've been so absent. So basically, what's been going on here at my bed and breakfast is, as you all know, or at least the ones who have been following me, you guys know that, apart from the pandemic, apart from, a full-blown lockdown here, that we actually had to shut down, the business for a couple of months. I also fell ill, I caught the coronavirus, and I was hospitalized for a couple of, for 6 days. And those were 6 days in the hospital, but of course the recovery afterwards took even longer, almost 2 months. So there was that as well. And apart from that, there's been a lot going on here because of last year in June, July, things kind of started to take off here at the Pousada, and we actually got very, very busy. And I kind of explained this in my last couple of videos that, why I think now is the time to invest, solely because here in Brazil, it's still very hard for the Brazilians to travel. It's kind of a hassle, as with, I guess, everybody else around the world still. But it's not only that, it's because of the local currency here that has been devalued so much that it's really not that affordable for a Brazilian, to travel abroad. So what I found out is a lot of Brazilians, they actually, they actually choose to spend their holidays here in Brazil. And that is, I'm pretty sure that is a reason why I've seen such a, massive growth in our business here at my bed and breakfast. But however, even if it's busy, I hope it's going to continue being busy, in the future. And I still want to make content for this channel because I think it's fun, it's interesting, it's nice to read your comments, and also I really like to help out, I love to see other foreigners, realize a dream and actually choose Brazil as, their new home in a new country. So that is the reason, it's of course it's not for making money or anything like that. It's just a personal interest that I have, and I think it's quite fun. So of course, even if the Pousada, even if the bed and breakfast continues, the business continues to be great, of course I want to have the time to continue, making these videos. However, the issue that I have as of right now is, again, for those of you who have been following me and watching some of my very first videos that I uploaded on the channel, I told you that I recently did get divorced in late 2020, and of course this has also been taking up a lot of my time with lawyers and getting everything sorted, especially of the division of the assets, that I actually lost my home. My ex-wife, she obviously took possession of my house, which is fine. For me the most important thing was that this business here, basically my livelihood and this is what I'm living for. This is my passion. This has always been my dream. So this was obviously most important for me, that I keep this business alive and it continues to be mine, in my name. So there has also been a lot of that going on, you know, with lawyers and trying to finish everything, you know. We've been married for 8 years, you know, it's a 10-year relationship all in total. And of course, there's a lot of assets, you know, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be sorted out, and it's nothing that just takes a couple of months. It's still ongoing, believe it or not. But we're getting there, you know, we're sort of, you know, getting closer to finalizing everything. So basically what this means is that I don't have my own place as of right now. I'm currently constructing my apartment, and that also, you know, that's another issue of you know, making content for this channel. When my apartment's finished, I do want to, you know, just make it in a small corner. I'd love to have like a small studio where I can sit down, you know, privately and, you know, peace and quiet, and make, you know, good content for you guys, you know. Because right now I'm kind of like just winging it. Like right now, it is currently a Monday, and we actually didn't have any reservations as of last week, so I figured all of my staff, everybody has been working their butt off, you know, these last couple of months, so I think they deserved, you know, a day off, basically. So I basically just closed down the bed and breakfast and gave everything a day off, and I, you know, it's days like this that I kind of want to, you know, take advantage of and make, you know, content for this channel. So, but apart from that, you know, what I'm basically doing is I'm just occupying like a hotel room, like my own room here at my bed and breakfast. And that is basically where I'm doing my filming, where I'm editing, where I'm doing my content. But of course, you know, you are in your room at the bed and breakfast, and there's always interruptions, there's always something that needs to be addressed and stuff like that. So it's just been really difficult to find that time to actually make any quality content. So I mean, that is a reason, that is the best explanation I can give you guys, and I hope you understand that. It's blowing a little bit. The reason why I'm kind of pacing, I'm trying to get out of the wind here, because I know the wind is interfering a little bit with the microphone. So about my apartment, what my whole idea is, when my apartment is eventually finished and done, and I have the keys, you know, and I have my own place, then I can really sit down and really think seriously about, you know, growing my channel. But until then, you know, it's kind of gonna be like, I'm kind of gonna wing it. I'm gonna take advantage of the days where it's quiet, and but apart from that, you know, there's gonna be times where I'm gonna be away. I'm not gonna be uploading, unfortunately, for some time, and then when there is some time to make some content, then, you know, I'll probably post more frequently. So I hope you guys understand that. But anyways, I want to show you just the progress of my apartment here. So basically, this wall here, this wall here, this was one of my projects that I just built last year, and this is like, everything behind this wall is basically gonna be my own private property, and especially for the staff as well. So this door here I actually built myself, you know, and I think it turned out quite nice. So everything behind this door is not gonna be part of the bed and breakfast. Okay, let's just have a look behind this door, and I can show you the progress of, you know, the construction of my apartment, how far we come along, and you can kind of see what's going on here. So, and it's gonna be a little bit windy on the other side, so I do apologize for that. This is probably, you know, it's gonna be a bit noisy on the sound. So I apologize for that, but let's have a look. So basically, this is the backyard at the moment. This is where this is actually going to be all my own property, you know, my private place. As you can see, I have my own entrance here, so the bed and breakfast is basically located on the corner. So on each side there is an entrance. So there's one entrance, main entrance for the guests, and of course this is going to be my private entrance. Now you can see this here. I actually, because I have 10 rooms in total in my posada, in my bed and breakfast, but we also have one room here, and these are one of the smallest rooms, and there's one more room here. So basically I've got 10 rooms in total in my bed and breakfast. And since this is going to be my private property now, I figured that, well, I've been thinking about whether or not I'm still going to continue to rent these. And I think the answer is yes, partially, because my initial idea is also, as you can see right here, there's an entrance right in front here. There is no door at the moment, solely because people are bringing in material all the time back and forth for construction. But in the future I want to bring a door here so I can actually close this door, and especially during the weekends I can renovate these 2 rooms here and I can actually open them up. So when it's really busy I can opt to rent out these 2 extra rooms. And of course I can leave this door here open so they have access to the garden. And obviously, this looks like a mess. This is all construction materials, everything for my apartment. And of course in the future I'm gonna refurbish everything. Everything is gonna be looking spot on, brand new. I'm gonna put down stone tilings here on the floor. And this is basically gonna be my own parking space for my own car. So I got a lot of ideas, and there's going to be a lot of things going on, so it's not going to be completed within this year, but hopefully in a couple of years I should be nearing completion. At least that is the plan, but it's Brazil, nothing goes to plan here anyway, so we'll have to see. So let's just have a look at what's been done at my apartment. So coming through this door, like I said, in the future I'm gonna put a door here so I can actually close that if I want to rent out these 2 rooms here. Okay, so this one here I can close, and this will all be private. So basically this is our laundry area. It's a complete mess just because of the construction, but this is basically where the girls, they do the laundry and everything. These are all towels for our guests and whatnot. Right in here, this is currently locked just because the bed and breakfast is closed, there's nobody here. But behind this door you actually have where the caretaker, he sleeps here at night, because we always have the bed and breakfast staff 24 hours, and you can continue that. There's another door at the other side of the room and you come straight into the reception area. So it's quite convenient, because when there's guests and they need anything, my caretaker, he can spend his time in his own private room here where he sleeps, and if there's a late check-in or whatever, he can go straight into the reception area. He can open up the gate remotely, and it's quite practical. So we come up these stairs here, and this is the stairs that leads up to the deck. I've showed you this already in another episode, but it's also an access to what's gonna be my apartment sometime in the future. Okay guys, so basically here we are. Now we're back into the actual space of the bed and breakfast. Here we have 2 more rooms that are currently operating as normal. And this whole wall here, this whole part, everything has been renovated just this year. Here we have a bathroom for the guests. And of course, you come in here to the kitchen area. This is where we serve breakfast and everything, and you have a nice sun deck over here, okay? So, So as you can see with this door right here, this is another door that I continue to make. So everything behind that door again is my private property. So it's kind of nice that when my apartment's finished, then I can just isolate myself. I've got my own, I don't need to interact with the guests like I'm currently doing, because at the other side here, this is where I'm currently staying in one of the bigger rooms. This is where, I'm occupying one of the rooms that I obviously can't rent out because, it's occupied by myself. So I'm kind of losing money that way as well, unfortunately. So we basically have a look at the other side of this door. It's gonna be super windy, so I can show you quickly around. I'll probably not do that much talking because of the sole fact that it's gonna be windy and you're probably not gonna hear anything anyways. But basically, these are the stairs are all completed up to my apartment. That is going to be up here on the 3rd floor. So it's going to be a beautiful apartment, and it's probably going to have the best view in the entire city. So I'm going to have like a big veranda on the other side where I can watch the sunsets, everything. This is just basically going to be the steps up and to the main entrance. The apartment ain't big, but it's only going to be me, and I've never been a fan of owning a big house anyways. It's just more maintenance, more cleaning, so this is just a perfect size for me. So I'm probably gonna not do much talking, but I'll go up there, I'll show you a little bit around, okay? So here we are. I hope you can hear me somewhat okay. I know it's super windy here. But anyways, basically the apartment's gonna start right here, as you see here. This line here. It's my neighbor. That was my neighbor, by the way, who was German. He's a nice guy. And at this wall here, this other neighbor, he's actually American. He's from the United States. He's from Florida. Retired, funny guy, good friend of mine. So it's kind of funny that I live here in Brazil, and all my neighbors are foreigners. But anyways, it's a surfing town, like I said, so you got a lot of foreigners here. So that's basically it, This is all gonna be raised, and this is gonna be my own place. I'm gonna try and show you here how my view is gonna be, because at this other side right here, I'm gonna have like a huge veranda, so I have just the perfect sunset every single day, and a beautiful view over the city. And you even have a little bit of view of the ocean here. So I'm gonna raise the camera and see if you can get an idea of how my view is gonna be like. Okay, so that's it. That is as you can see, a lot is done, but there's a lot to be done still. So like I said, I don't have like a really limit, like a deadline for when everything's going to be finished. But I think like another important thing to note is that, as business is so good right now, and it's really hard to say here in Brazil, business can be really good one year and it can, be quiet the next year. You really never know. So and here in the city here as well, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of bed and breakfast. There's a lot of hotels right now, and of course all this competition, they're kind of pressing down the prices quite a bit. So it's quite affordable to actually spend a few days here in the city of Paracuru, where I'm staying. Now that being said, that is also a reason why I'm also prioritizing, the business, the bed and breakfast. I mean, I had all the money, I could have completed this apartment, but the bed and breakfast was in dire needs of renovations and upgrades. Look at this bird here, it's beautiful. A lot of renovations and upgrades. There's a lizard right here. These are quite funny. Hey boy. I'm just a geek, that's what I love about Brazil as well. I love nature, I love wildlife, We got a lot of lizards and a lot of birds, and I shouldn't be saying this, but we do get the occasional, snakes as well. But I love all animals, I don't kill any animals. My staff, they want to kill any snake they find. So I'm not like that. I love all animals, everything that, anything of nature, I want to preserve, and I think everybody has the right, to stay here. But as back to the topic at hand, my whole point is that right now I want to invest sorely in this bed and breakfast. And even though I had the money, I could have completed my apartment already. I figure that because of all the competition, you really need to stay ahead of the game all of the time. You need to stand out. You need to offer something different. Of course, over these 10 years, we really made a name for ourselves. Our bed and breakfast is very much known in this city, and I want to keep it that way, and I want it to continue. I want people to be talking about this place and tell their friends and tell their families and so forth. So you kind of need to be ahead of the game all of the time, and I'm spending like everything that I'm making here. I'm spending it, investing it straight back into the business. And just a small percentage I'm setting aside for my apartment, because that's not really that important as of right now. I really want to get this, bed and breakfast exactly the way that I always envisioned it, that I always dreamt of. And when the time comes, I hope that this year will be just as good as last year, if not even better. If we can get the foreigners as well, back to traveling again, if we can get this pandemic behind us, I see only, I see a very bright future for this business. And for that matter, if afterwards in the future I can make a lot of money, then, I don't even have to think about it. I can just finish off my apartment. And of course, I forgot to mention, one of also a really important key factor as why it's taking so long, to construct my apartment. It's not only that I'm spending money elsewhere. It has also to do with the fact that we'll be constructing here. People usually work here from 7 o'clock in the morning and they will leave at sunset. They'll take a couple hours lunch. But anyways, there will always be construction. There will be a lot of noise. There will be a lot of dust. And of course, this will interfere with the clients who stay here. So it's really a lot, the work itself, even if I had the money to complete it right now, it wouldn't really be possible to do this construction while the pousada, while the bed and breakfast is actually operating, just because of the noise of the dust, and it would just like really bother my clients. And of course, I don't want to have anything to do with that. So basically, the whole point is now that I'm focusing on the bed and breakfast. I've got a lot of projects lined up. I want to make them perfect. I want to renovate, the remaining rooms. And when everything is done more or less the way that I want it, then I can really start saving up money. Hopefully business will be booming, it will be good. I can save up some money, and then what I'll do is I'll basically just close the entire business for a couple of months and just get people here starting to work every single day and get the apartment finished, and that's it, So that's my plan for this business. That's basically my plan of of the months, of the years ahead, of how I want to do it. And with that said, guys, I hope you do understand why it's really difficult for me to find some time and find the not only the time but also the privacy that I can make these videos for you guys, okay? So I do apologize if I suddenly, disappear off the radar for a couple of months. As soon as things get quiet again and I have the time, I'm gonna be uploading more content, okay guys? So that's basically it. I hope you appreciated, my plans and my little story here of what's been going on in my bed and breakfast. And I hope you guys understand the situation. And anyways, I hope you guys keep following me and just be patient, And as always, I love reading all of your comments. And of course, I always try to find the time to answer them in a timely manner, okay? But forgive me if I do forget sometimes, and it takes just a little bit more time than expected, okay? Anyways, that's it for me this time. I hope that was something, I hope you could appreciate this and what's been going on here. If you like my videos, please guys, a thumbs up, it's always appreciated. And of course, if you want to subscribe, please feel free to do so. It only helps me out, my channel, so much, so I appreciate that as well. So until next time, I'll try and find a good, helpful topic for you guys. And as always, follow your dreams, guys, and anything is possible if you just take the time and just put in the work. Then anybody can realize their dreams. It's not that hard, okay guys? So until next time, thanks a lot for tuning in, and take care. Bye bye. Ciao.